What if I told you that the most powerful remedies you'll ever need aren't hidden in fancy pharmacies, expensive labs, or behind glass shelves, but right in your kitchen, your pantry, or tucked away in the back of your grandmother's cabinet? Imagine a medicine that soldiers relied on in the field, that healers passed down for centuries, and that modern science is only now starting to validate remedies so potent that we've somehow forgotten them. And here's the shocking part. Some of these simple, natural cures work faster than anything most of us would ever imagine. Today, I'll show you 20 forgotten remedies that can heal you instantly, some so powerful that number 18 was literally used by dentists before anesthesia, and number 20 treated wounds in medieval Europe the way modern hospitals do. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll see your kitchen in a completely new light, and you might just start looking at these old-fashioned ingredients as the most advanced medicine you'll ever need. Let's begin. Number 1. The garlic honey ferment, a simple jar of crushed raw garlic soaked in raw honey for several weeks. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a sweet, garlicky preserve, but inside that jar, a chemical symphony is happening. Garlic contains allicin, a compound with documented antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. Raw honey, on its own, produces hydrogen peroxide and creates a low-water environment hostile to bacteria. When combined and allowed to ferment, these two ingredients don't just coexist, they amplify each other's power. Historically, this was winter medicine across Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, used for colds, infections, and general immunity. Modern research confirms exactly why it worked. The allicin attacks pathogens, while the honey soothes and supports healing. To use it, crush a head of garlic, submerge in local honey, leave at room temperature for 3 to 4 weeks, turning daily. Take a clove with a spoonful of honey at the first sign of a cold, and you'll see why our ancestors relied on this slow-cooked antibiotic. Forgotten only because it takes patience, but medicine this effective doesn't need a prescription. Number 2. The onion poultice. Crushed, warmed onions, wrapped in a cloth and applied to the chest or feet might seem quaint, almost silly, but this is serious medicine. Onions release sulfur compounds when crushed and warmed, compounds that reduce inflammation, thin mucus, and improve circulation in bronchial passages. In Russia, Germany, and Eastern Europe, healers use this to treat chest colds, bronchitis, and croup. Modern studies confirm that these volatile sulfur compounds have real anti-inflammatory and mucolytic effects. Apply 2 warmed, crushed onions to the chest for 20 to 30 minutes, or to the soles of the feet overnight under wool socks, and the relief is tangible. This remedy was forgotten because it smells, but for persistent chest congestion, it works far better than most over-the-counter options. Number 3. Fire cider tonic. This one is as intense as it sounds. Apple cider vinegar infused with garlic, ginger, horseradish, hot peppers, and sometimes turmeric or onion. Left to infuse for 4 weeks, this fiery potion is packed with immune-boosting, antimicrobial, and circulation-stimulating compounds. Garlic kills bacteria and viruses. Ginger warms and reduces inflammation. Horseradish blasts, sinuses, and chili peppers activate the immune system through capsaicin. Historically used in Appalachia and Europe, fire cider has been rediscovered in modern herbal practice, but many still haven't tried it. A tablespoon at the first sign of illness can literally feel like your body is being woken up to fight. Forgotten only because it takes time and tastes intense, but sometimes the most effective medicine is the one that makes you notice it. Number 4. The mustard foot soak. Hot water, powdered mustard, and your feet nothing more. Used in military hospitals and European folk medicine for centuries, the compounds in mustard stimulate circulation dramatically. Soaking your feet draws blood from the congested chest and head, opening capillaries, inducing a sweat, and reducing fever and fatigue. 2 tablespoons of mustard in a basin of hot water, 20 minutes. Wrapped in a blanket, your body responds almost immediately. Forgotten because it isn't glamorous, but for stubborn colds or low-grade fevers, it works in a single evening. Number 5. Charcoal poultice. Activated charcoal mixed into a paste and applied to infected wounds, bites, or stings acts like a toxin magnet. Its microscopic pores bind bacteria, toxins, and inflammatory compounds, literally pulling them out of tissue. Indigenous healers, European apothecaries, and early American families all discovered this independently. Applied overnight, charcoal visibly reduces redness, swelling, and discharge. Mix charcoal with water and a little flaxseed for adhesion, apply on a cloth, and leave for hours. Forgotten mostly because it stains everything black, but for infection, it's a vacuum cleaner for toxins. Number 6. The enhanced saltwater gargle. Ancient healers didn't just use salt. They added apple cider vinegar or turmeric, turning a simple rinse into a therapeutic assault on throat infections. The osmosis draws out swelling, the acidic pH disrupts bacteria, and anti-inflammatory compounds calm inflamed tissue. Gargle 4 to 6 times daily at the first sign of a sore throat, and you'll notice how rapidly discomfort subsides. Forgotten because modern medicine favors antibiotics, but for the first 48 hours of a sore throat, this works immediately. Number 7. The vinegar compress. Long before acetaminophen or aspirin, a cloth soaked in diluted apple cider vinegar applied to the forehead, neck, or wrists worked to cool fever. The evaporative cooling draws heat from the body, while acetic acid reduces inflammation at the source. Midwives and nurses swore by it. 1 part vinegar, 2 parts water, cloth refreshed every 10 minutes, simple, effective, and forgotten only because pills are easier. Number 8. Herbal steam inhalation. A timeless remedy for respiratory infections. Boil water, add thyme, eucalyptus, and peppermint. Cover your head with a towel and breathe deeply. Thymol from thyme is a potent antiseptic, cineol from eucalyptus reduces inflammation and opens airways, and menthol relaxes respiratory passages. Centuries of practice are now validated by science. 10 to 15 minutes, twice daily, delivers medicine directly to the lungs and sinuses. Forgotten because it takes time and messes your hair, but the results speak for themselves. Number 9. Egg yolk eye poultice. Warm egg yolk wrapped in cloth applied over a closed eye treats styes and eyelid infections. The yolk retains gentle heat longer than water compresses, delivering sustained warmth to delicate tissue. Practiced in old Europe, forgotten because sterile gauze replaced it. But when you try it, you'll see why it worked for generations. Number 10. Honey and black pepper. 1 tablespoon of raw honey mixed with a pinch of freshly crushed black pepper coats the throat, stimulates circulation, and eases coughing. Ayurveda has used it for thousands of years. Forgotten only because cough syrups became standard, but it works naturally and quickly. Number 11. Potato slice fever draw. Chilled potato slices on the forehead or soles of the feet provide gentle, sustained cooling. The starch holds temperature and draws heat from the body without abrupt shocks like ice. Cross-cultural and centuries old. Forgotten because ibuprofen is faster, but the potato slice works subtly, effectively. Number 12. Castor oil pack. Flannel, soaked in castor oil applied to the abdomen with heat, promotes lymphatic circulation, reduces inflammation, and supports immune function. Used for chronic conditions and digestive complaints, the castor oil pack is a tune-up for internal systems. Forgotten because it's slow but profound in effect. Number 13. Burnt bread poultice. Charred bread applied to minor wounds binds toxins like activated charcoal, reducing redness and swelling. Medieval European households relied on it. Forgotten because modern dressings exist, but it's an empirical discovery that predates antibiotics. Number 14. Thyme tea concentrate. Steeping a large amount of thyme in boiled water captures thymol's full antimicrobial effect. Historically used for respiratory infections and approved in some modern regulatory frameworks. Forgotten because we prefer pills but inhaled or drunk, it's pharmaceutical-grade medicine from a herb garden. Number 15. Cabbage leaf wrap. Chilled cabbage leaves applied to swollen joints or engorged tissue reduce inflammation. Clinical trials show consistent benefits. Forgotten because it sounds old-fashioned, but the results are undeniable. Number 16. Alum. This mineral tightens tissue, stops bleeding, and creates a hostile environment for bacteria. Traditional barbers and healers relied on it for nicks and mouth ulcers. Forgotten because bandages are convenient, but nothing beats this pocket-sized surgical mineral. Number 17. Ginger compress. Cloth soaked in ginger-infused water applied to sore muscles increases circulation, reduces inflammation, and eases pain. Forgotten only because painkillers are faster, but it's a natural, fiery therapy that works from the inside out. Number 18. Clove oil tooth remedy. Eugenol in cloves is a natural anesthetic, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial. Dentists used it before modern anesthesia. Apply to aching teeth and numbness begins within 30 seconds. Forgotten because we have dentists, but the spice cabinet holds an instant, ancient solution. Number 19. Rice water wash. Water from soaked or boiled rice soothes inflamed skin and supports digestive health. Inositol in rice strengthens the skin barrier. forgotten because it's humble but effective for eczema and digestive upset. Number 20. Bread and milk poultice. Warm milk-soaked bread softens tissue around boils, splinters, or infected skin, drawing infection outward. Medieval healers swore by it. Forgotten because modern dressings exist, but the principle is identical to hospital-grade wound care. These remedies don't force your body to do something artificial. They work with your systems, supporting circulation, immunity, and natural drainage. This is thousands of years of human observation distilled into practical, accessible medicine. If you're starting to see the pattern, it's clear. The most powerful medicine isn't always new. Sometimes it's old, overlooked, and hiding in plain sight. Which of these remedies surprised you the most? Try one this week, write it down, and share your results below. And don't forget to subscribe. Your kitchen might just become the most advanced pharmacy you've ever known. Thank you for watching.